1, 2, 3, 4.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, the big dick is here. Get ready.
This is
May we start?
What up, y'all? I'm with two Jeebs. How we doing, two Jeebs?
good. I'm chilling.
Chilling?
I'm high as fuck.
I like your little background there. You have your signature
That's
cap.
that's the cover for the G Tape 3.
G-
If,
G- oh, yeah, okay. We'll talk. That comes
publicly
up.
people see this. Halloween.
Yeah. Before we get into the cap, let's just give the listeners a little bit who two Jeebs is, where you're from, what type of music. You're an artist, obviously. You're a music producer and hip hop artist, correct?
I don't produce, but I do the rapping.
Really a rapper. So I mean,
I'm from Jersey, New Jersey. Everybody.
New Jersey. Anything else you want to explain?
What else? I don't know. I was waiting for you to ask something. I don't know.
Well,
You were just I don't know. I'm just a rapper from Jersey.
A
The
rapper.
grimiest rapper from Jersey. If you're looking for that dirty, nasty East Coast shit, I'm the guy to go to. But I also dabble in different shit. But
Tell us, what do you dabble in?
I mean, like different genres. You know, like I'll hit a little bit of singing if I need. I got a track on my last album where I covered a LCD sound system song.
Yeah, the
New
last
York, I love you, but you're
New
bringing me
York,
down.
Yeah, the last track.
I flipped it with Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got another song called Bowling Ball, but then I'll jump on some trap and drill shit too. But I'm just mostly grimy.
When did you get into the music scene?
I got into music as a kid, like I think everybody else did. At least I think. Like when I was a little kid, I used to watch Disney and shit, and they used to have like fucking the Mickey Mouse Club and shit on there, but also had Wu-Tang Clan and shit banging in my house. So music's always been a part of my life. It's probably been a part of my entire life. Probably one of the few things that has always been around. Has always meant something to me.
When did hip hop or rap? When you knew that you were like, oh, I want to start rapping.
It happened around, I want to say like 2002, between 2004.
Wow.
I was a little kid, but Cameron had this big ass crazy, like, he had a moment where like niggas in my hood kept saying he was the best rapper. And I just felt like at like 9 years old, I could rap better than Cameron. So I started writing and shit. I couldn't at that age, but I had the confidence to like think I could. And that's when I started writing. And then I started taking it serious like later in my teens or early 20s.
What were you writing when you were 9 years old?
About this regular shit, the shit I saw. I was in Hillside, New Jersey, so like all my friends were in gangs and shit. So like I saw some pretty wicked shit. So I wrote about regular shit.
I was just being facetious about being 9 years old. So I mean,
oh no, we weren't regular 9-year-olds.
You grow up fast.
My friends were like, it was a rough environment.
So like explain for us that don't know what Hillsborough is like.
No, that was Hillside. That wasn't Hillsborough.
Hillside,
Hillsborough was where I moved to. That was a flip. That's also where I moved to for high school. Completely different. So Hillside, it's like any other hood. It's not like, there's hoods that's more dangerous shit. It's just a very urban, community, mostly Black, Spanish. It was fun as a kid, but like, in that kind of environment, shit's, a little dangerous. Mm-hmm. It's very gang heavy, police brutality heavy, shit like that. So as a kid, I was just used to that kind of shit. So that's what I wrote about, which is still similar, pretty much the kind of shit I write about now.
And then where you moved to Hillsborough, how's that?
So I moved to Hillsborough for high school, complete 180. Suburban community, very safe, mostly white instead of Black. But they had their troubles too, There was a big drug epidemic out there, people overdosing and suicide. I learned more about mental health in Hillsborough. Like depression's a real thing, anxiety. I started going through it. it's a cool duality. They both have their ups and downs.
So what would you say?
Just because it was the suburbs doesn't mean like it was a better place, for say.
What would you, if you're comparing and contrasting? You said you saw more mental health in Hillsborough.
Well, honestly, to be honest, it was just addressed more in Hillsborough. To be honest, if Hillside had the resources for mental health that Hillsborough had, a lot of those kids probably could find a better outlet than gangs and selling drugs and shit. I think there's mental health everywhere, obviously, but Hillsborough actually addresses it in their community, which brought it to my light.
So did you ever get into gangs or any of that type of?
Nah, but like, I mean, it was just, you don't have to get into a gang to be in gangs. All my friends were like bloods. So I was always around them, always seeing gang shit. But no, I never joined the gang.
What kept you from joining that?
Because I do my own fucking thing. Nobody in charge of me. I'm not listening to a group. Yo, we got to do this and that. And yo, y'all got to hit. No, fuck that. I'm my own person. I don't want to do that shit today. Or I don't want to do that shit tomorrow. So no, that was never my type of shit.
Oh, awesome. So, and then when did you get into hip hop then? Writing, you said you started writing at 9, but then when did you feel like you were?
So recording also when I moved to Hillsborough, right? So kids in the hood, we always rapped in our circles or freestyle. Kids in my high school and shit, like they were like, a lot of them were in bands and like really in the music scene. So I ran into a couple kids who actually recorded music. My friend Rob, my friend Dave, a few kids, and that's when I restarted. I was like, it was like at that time I didn't realize like you could do it on your own, like in high school. I'm like, wait, we can just like record our own music? Like, oh shit. I don't have to keep dreaming about this shit. So I met kids who recorded music, and that's when I really got into it.
Are you still in connection with those friends still, or are they still producing music?
Yeah. I still got connections with them.
But they're not your producers you work with now.
No. One kid, actually, my boy Rob, he still produces one track on each of my albums.
Oh, you give him that one track.
Yeah. We got like a little, he does, on the Jeep tape, it's Trillazilla. And then on the Jeep tape 2, it's Trillazilla. He does the Trillazilla series on my Jeep tapes.
So what's with the
the producer?
What's with the Trillazilla? Because I noticed is that just an alias?
Oh, so Zilla is mostly what people call me. Zilla F Baby. I just took that shit from Lil Wayne, like Weezy F Baby. But Zilla was my nickname in middle school. My nickname was Godzilla, but we just took the God off of that. We didn't need none of that religious shit, and I just stuck with Zilla. People started calling me, and then it started ringing. That's what, like, if you see me in the street or whatever, that's what people call me, like, without the mask, too. Like, yeah, people call me Zilla.
I mean, we wouldn't recognize you because you always wear a mask.
Yo, that's the good thing. Nobody would know me in the streets besides, like, my people who actually know me.
When did that come about?
Or
why did you think of that?
Yo, I don't know. I just feel like in the music industry, like everybody has like a thing. As much as I don't care about gimmicks, everybody has like a theme or a gimmick these days. Skill can only get you but so far. And I was just like, yo, what if I just always have a mask on? Like always, like MF Doom style, like always have a mask on.
But you didn't always have a mask. So when, were all your Jeep tapes always had a mask?
Yeah. So I like kind of rebranded. I used to use the name Zilla F Baby, like as my rap name also. And then like I stopped rapping for a while. Like my grandma passed and shit happened in life. I was just really out of it. And I just started really recording heavy again last year. And I just decided to like rebrand it. New name, the mask always on, 2geebs, all that. 2geebs also comes from let me explain this. This is so East Coast culture. Jeeb is a gravity bong. Like, you know what a gravity bong is?
Yeah, with you from in the water.
You know the homemade one. You put in like a big gulp cup.
Yeah,
water
like
bottle. You put
a 2-liter bottle. Yeah.
You could use a little water bottle and put it in the 7-Eleven big gulp too. So in my high school, we call gravity bongs GBs. And when you say GB really fast, like 5 times over, it sounds like Jeeb. So that was the nickname we had for him. And
after a gravity bong.
The rule was always like 2geebs is like like you're good to go after 2geebs. And that just became another little nickname, and I used it as my rap name.
I had a roommate in college that would love to do that, and he did several.
But G, oh no, yo, two is just the minimum to like get you there. But like, yo,
Oh,
if you want to have a Jeeb off, we'll go like 10 for 10, 15 for 15, or you Jeeb until the next person passes out. Whoever passes out first loses.
in that dorm, we used the kitchen sink as that was what the kitchen
As the
sink.
he just stuck the whole bottle in there. Yeah. That's raw shit.
And then so you just rebranded, wearing the mask, and now you have two Jeeps. So
Yeah.
and then when did this all start? What year?
Last year.
Oh,
I put out the first Jeep tape on Juneteenth of last year. June 19th, 2021.
and then now you have a thing releasing, because you released music on Halloween.
That's when the Jeep Tape 2 came out last Halloween, and now the Jeep Tape 3 will come out this Halloween.
Uh-huh. Would you say you're close with your family? Did you mention your grandma and?
Yeah, I'm close with my mom, my little brother, my dad.
Any
That's about it, and my uncles.
So
Any what?
influences from them?
Every life influences everything. Influences all my music. So yeah, of course, yeah, definitely influences from it.
But no,
You mean music wise?
yeah, music wise.
My dad raps. He's actually pretty solid, but I didn't really get into it because of him.
Oh, so no features from your pa?
Nah, not yet.
What would you say some of your music influences are then?
Yo, I'm glad you asked this one.
Or inspirations too. Inspirations as well.
I love to tell people this. So I got a weird okay. So like I like rap music. Obviously, I listen to a lot of rappers, but they're not really influential because when I'm recording shit, I don't like to listen to other music because I don't want it to influence because I want to make something like that's straight from my brain. So like I haven't really listened to a lot of shit that's come out yet, like fully, because I'm still recording the Jeep Tape 3. But what influences me to make music is two big influences are SpongeBob and stand-up comedy. And I'm gonna tell you why. SpongeBob, when I was a kid, probably the most influential cartoon or show that's ever touched my life. Like, even though I know it's a kid's cartoon, bro, he has so many life values and just funny things in life that happen to me. I can always relate back to a SpongeBob episode. But the fucking music in that show was so phenomenal. I'm like, yo, this guy needs to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Whoever wrote that shit, those were like good ass songs, even though they were like just like supposed to be funny for little kids. They were catchy. They would slap. They would bang. So I always wanted to be like, yo, I want to make like good ass music as good as the music on the SpongeBob show. And then stand up comedy. When recording an album, it gives me a good sense of pacing, almost like a movie, like how it should sound throughout. Like I'll listen to beats. I'll get high as fuck. I'll listen to beats and I'll just watch stand-up comedy while the beats play. And to see like, because a stand-up comedian knows when to get a rise, when to bring the crowd down, when to hit them with the hard punchline, this and that. And then he closes it and kills it at the end. And I just think like the flow of a stand-up comedian is just very, I don't know, it's just dope. So
like
those are two big influences
flow,
for me making
like
music.
you would be flowing as well. So it's an interesting analogy. That is interesting. Do you have any? And then, if it's not musically, any comedians you follow then?
Bruh. So like, yo, you know Ian since you work for Tastemakers.
Yeah, Ian. Yes.
Tell Ian I said what's up because I love Kevin Hart. I listen to Straight from the Heart. And I know who he is because they always talk shit about him because he's one of the producers on the show.
Yeah,
but Kevin
sure.
Hart,
I'll tell. Yeah, of course. I'll tell him about the
Chappelle,
show.
All the Plastic Cup Boys as well. They're all funny comedians. Dave Chappelle's probably my favorite ever. With Kevin Hart as a close number 2. Cedric the Entertainer, I love almost all comedians like Lil Rel, Eric Andre, Hannibal Buress. I like Steve Harvey. I like so many people. Bill Burr.
So you say comedy is actually probably more influential in music in a way.
Yo, yeah. I listen to yeah. It's crazy. It's almost kind of crazy. I like music because I like music, but what gives me a drive to make music sometimes is comedy.
Wouldn't you compare like the two of like writing skills of like writing of a comedian and then writing of
Yo,
a
I think writing as a comedian is so much harder. I would love to be a stand-up comedian. Like if I like pop off, I'm fucking one of the biggest rap artists on the planet. I've done my time. I would do like some side missions as a stand-up comedian, like Ti. But I feel like that shit's very hard. I give mad respect to comedians.
so no
And
strings.
then your material, right? Like you can write as an artist and you can rap that same fucking song over 100 times and
Well,
people will love it. You can't
yeah,
fucking do your stand-up. You can't do those jokes 100 times over. People will start getting upset. Like, yo, I heard this already. They don't do that with fucking musicians. So stand-up comedians, salute to you guys.
well, yeah, you have the longevity, it thins out as you get older, right? But
Hmm.
that, like you said, life experiences or influences, like as you get older, you're just gonna have more stories to tell, hopefully.
Yeah.
Or just like music. How's your would you so you wouldn't think of any artists, musical artists that your music would be comparable to
Yo, honestly,
or
I
styles?
don't really
Since you don't
know.
listen to
I don't. Yo, I know I listen to people, but I just don't listen while I'm creating. But honestly, I don't know who you would compare me to. I don't know. That's a question
the
for the
fans.
people. You gotta listen to me, and then you guys figure out if you think I sound comparable to somebody or if
Well,
it's original.
I think that's
I
good.
don't think anybody sounds like my shit, to
Well,
be
that's
honest.
good. That's a good answer because I was thinking if some people might, oh, I'm like this, I'm like that, but
I think people go into my shit like I don't know, based off one song, you might think one thing, and then the next song on the album, you're like, oh shit, this is not what I expected. This is not like anything I've heard. But then all artists say that shit. Yo, mom about to drop. It's not like anything you heard, and it's like everything you heard.
well, you have some classic sounds, from samples from what was this from the 80s, 70s?
Oh, the one on therapy. Oh, fuck. That's that's Kendrick something Kendricks. Eddie Kendricks. That's Eddie Kendricks sample
Yeah.
on there. Yeah, that's from there might be the late 70s, mid 70s.
Yeah.
I need to do my
I mean,
music
just sounded like
history.
it, when you listen to it.
Yeah.
And then you have stuff that's more modern and I would say some
Yeah,
stuff that
some of that there's a drill, like a New York drill song on there, then it's some classical boom bap, then it's like some just grimy, grungy hip hop shit.
so you
And then
so you work closely with a one you said you had your friend that produces one song, but the whole album, are
yeah.
you working with one producer mostly?
So the new one, yeah. So the past Jeep tapes, it was people I connected with on BeatStars. I would like pay them for the instrumentals. I would look for sounds that fit. Um, I tried to, reach out to them, build some relationships, but through that, I met some new producers who I've actually really built some relationships with. Shout out my dude, Mighty Joe Young, and shout out my dude, Skip the Kid. They're going to be producing a big bulk of the new Jeep tape. And shout
So
out my boy Malcolm Seth.
yeah, well, it's on your Instagram that you had one of them tied up. So
Had one of them what?
tied up.
Oh, that's my engineer. That's my engineer. He's still tied up to this day.
Until Jeep 3's Jeep 3's
Until the Jeep tape plays back. Yeah. I leave him like a plate of food and some water every now and then. That's about it.
Back to what I was originally asking about, because you've been put all your Jeeps, you have a cat. Is that you always put as your album covers or EP covers?
Yo, so there's two cats. Like it's this girl I used to have relations with. But those are her two cats. But I've always been a big cat dude. And I just always use pictures of the cats. When I was going by Zilaf Baby at the time, also it's just there was another girl I was having relations with. She had a cat, and then I made my debut album Zilaf Baby. I put it on SoundCloud. It was called Pancakes and Bacon because that's my favorite breakfast food. Also got the tattoo. Shout out. And the cover, she took this dope ass picture of her cat. Like she had this black cat and it just looked mad epic. and I used it as the album cover, and like it was a hit with the people. So when I returned and rebranded for the Jeep tape, I just happened to be with a girl who had cats at the time, and it just worked out.
But no cats for yourself?
I used to have a cat when I was little. One of my best friends, my cat Red. It was like a good 13 solid years we had together. That was my boy.
Nice. And so you, like you said, you're working on your Jeebs tape 3.
Yeah.
And it looks like you, from what I've noticed, it has a lot of featuring artists on this one, more than usual, right? Or
no. I didn't put the features out yet.
I saw something that you posted that it was like featuring, but you weren't putting any names down there?
Like the movie poster? The movie poster?
Yeah, the movie poster.
That was just no, if you look, it says yeah. It says featuring a lot of niggas and like other people. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't like say that. I didn't break down the names yet. Probably be the same amount as the G tape 2, maybe a few more. Maybe we're working on some shit as we talk. I got a song that's gonna have a lot of people on it though. It's like a bank robbery song.
One song, and you're gonna have like several people in it.
Maybe like 7, 8 people because we're
dozen.
It's a bank robbery. Yeah.
Each one has a minute verse.
No dozen. Either 11 or 13.
A 12-minute song.
12. No, never 12. Fuck 12. We skipped the number 12. Only 11 or 13.
And then so what can one expect versus your previous 2 Jeep tapes? Is it new material, like
unexpected? Expect
exploring more genres, or
yeah. So just honestly, expect, like, if you thought the last one was dirty, expect something even dirtier than this. Like, I'm talking about like
what do you mean dirty?
A pig. Like I mean like grimy, like it makes you feel almost like bad listening to it. Like, I shouldn't be listening to this. Like, this guy's terrible.
Are you terrible?
No, like, not like terrible. Like, yo, you just gotta listen. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a fucking movie. It's gonna be like watching a fucking like good ass movie, but you're rooting for that evil villain the whole time. Like watching the fucking Dark Knight, but you're rooting for the Joker.
So that's the best way I can explain the antagonist in it.
Yeah. I'm always the bad guy.
All right.
But being the bad guy, I'm really the good guy. The bad guy because I just tell it how it is. People don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and everyone thinks you're the bad guy. It's like you're the honest person in the room, but everyone hates you because you're honest.
Exactly.
Do you write down most of your lyrics? Oh.
What the fuck?
Are you there? Did you hear me?
We're back. Yeah.
Or do you freestyle?
It's 50-50. It's 50-50. Sometimes like your lyrics will just come to you and I'll just write out fucking for a minute straight. I'll have like a verse and then I'll freestyle the second verse. Or sometimes I write lines down as they come to me throughout the day, because sometimes you're a rapper, you're just always thinking about some dope shit or some shit's always pops up, and then I'll piece all those shits together in like a verse later on.
Do you have a beat in your head then, or
you don't need a beat in your head to write? No,
I know. I'm visualizing like what. I know you don't need a beat in your head, but I'm just saying, how do you do it?
Sometimes I don't know. Your
creative process.
Usually, like, if I'm actually writing, it'll just come to me like real, like, I'll be stoned as fuck and I'll just be thinking about some real life shit based off one thing. I think like the song "Woo Walking in Dirty Vans." I was high as fuck. We were banging some drill music. We're out there dancing and shit. I look down, my vans are dirty as fuck. I'm like, yo, we're out here woo walking in dirty vans. And then off that, I wrote a whole song, but I didn't have a beat. But I knew I wanted a drill beat to go with it. So then I just searched for a beat. But sometimes I write to a beat, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll write to a beat and then end up recording over a whole entire different beat.
Mm. And how's your collaboration?
My collaboration?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about to say, my writing process is very sporadic.
Okay.
It's all over the place, to be honest. But it but it can be organized if I need it to be.
And then your collaboration process with other artists, how does that work? Usually, are they all from locally or?
Everyone on my tapes besides so the first tape there's this guy Hidden Character. He's from Boston. No, he's from Lynn, Massachusetts. Shout out to him and Al Davino and STNAC, that whole crew. So I networked with him through Instagram. So he just emailed the verse over. But then on the Jeep tape too, most of the artists I met in person in my studio in Trenton. So we just collab there and shit. Besides my one boy Keezy, Arizona. He's from Indiana. Talented ass artist. But I've never met him. We connected through Instagram as well. He sent me a hell of a verse. He's on therapy. He's
the third verse. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sweet. So how is this album coming on? Is it pretty much done or? I mean, as song wise.
Nah, it's like 50% done.
But so you're still creating it. Songs, or do you already have an idea of like, Oh, the ideas are created. We're just still in the making music process. Then what can we look for then coming up in the coming months?
So more promo videos, but big thing to look for in the coming months. First single off the Jeep Tape 3, a music video off the Jeep Tape 2, but also a music video off the Jeep Tape 3. And then just expect the music to actually really start rolling in kind of heavy. I might do some stuff on SoundCloud too, like on some Lil Wayne mixtape shit, because I can't post that shit on streaming. So
do you use much SoundCloud? What are your other music platforms that you like using?
I only use streaming service. I don't even like SoundCloud, but to put those songs up, I have a beef with SoundCloud. SoundCloud, if you're listening, fuck you. We got beef. I hope they hear that. I hope they say something to me.
Did they take down your
music?
No,
they don't take down any of my music. I just don't think they're for the people, like the underground artists and the upcoming artists.
To be. I think they used to be.
They got all this money and shit. And they said they got like this big deal to help artists more. They haven't done shit. They talk a big game. They don't do shit. They're just all greedy fucking companies now. They used to be, but they're not the same. They think they're somebody now because all the artists who came from their platform, Trippy and all of them and whatnot. But those artists made that fucking platform big. And now they're acting like they're somebody and they don't fucking help anybody. Fuck SoundCloud. You can tell them I said that.
Well, they'll hear it first. But you're going to release some music on SoundCloud.
Down, I got 2 songs out there.
But you said you're going to release some on there.
I got one over a Drake beat and one over that new song, F and F by Glorilla.
No, I don't.
FREE foot nigga free. You don't know that song? You don't know that song? You got any black friends? Actually, black friends know that song.
Yeah, I live in LA.
Is LA really black? I don't know. I don't know what LA is like.
LA, yeah, it's every.
Is LA where? No, but okay. That's
I live in Los Angeles.
In South Central and shit is all over there, right?
Yeah. Well, you got to come to LA.
Yeah, I don't know shit about LA, bro. I'm East Coast, like so hardcore.
I know, but you change your mindset. There's a lot.
I need to go to LA. Isn't that where all the music shit? That's where all the industry shit is popping.
That's what I'm saying. Come to
more
LA,
connections out there.
Come and you'll see it, and yeah. There's a lot of black people.
Maybe they don't play that.
And there's a lot of black people here.
I'm telling you. So just ask any black person. Yo, you heard the song F and F? They'll know. They'll sing it to you.
All right. So what about it?
There's a lot of black people there. Oh, I rapped over. I did a remix to it called GEEB.
And that's what you were putting on SoundCloud. Okay.
That was my latest release on SoundCloud. My latest release period.
And then when are you going to release your first single or EP off the Jeeps Tape 3?
Yo, I don't fucking know. That's actually a really good question. I've been thinking about that because I don't want to wait too long. But also the summertime, there's a lot of shit going on in the summer. I don't know if I want to put it out in the middle of the summer and it like blow over. Maybe somewhere like August, early September.
Mhm.
Maybe mid-August.
Are you a pool guy?
Nah, yo, I the pool's all right, but I like the beach in Florida only. I'm very
Oh, so you
specific.
go down to Florida.
Yo,
That's where all the East
every now
Coasters
and
go
then.
anyway, right? They go down for vacation
Yeah,
down to Florida.
East Coasters don't die; they get chubby and move to Miami. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But I like the Tampa side. I like West Florida, Tampa, Clearwater, St. Petersburg. That's my shit over there.
Have you ever been on the West Coast?
No, I've never been on the West Coast.
Oh, you got to make it out here. I mean,
No, I
as
do.
you heard, it's a different vibe, definitely.
Yo,
But-
so different vibe.
Yeah.
I got a friend who runs her own like blog magazine company, Hudson. She says it's like very like
And she's from New
she always
Jersey?
says I'm so aggressive. No, she's from LA
Oh, okay.
or from California. She always says I'm like so aggressive compared to the people out there.
Well, the people from the East
Us New
Coast,
Jerseyans.
we know
Yeah.
you know exactly as someone from New York or the East Coast because they're straightforward with you. You're like, you're not from here originally. They're just they never
Yo, that's
they never
exactly
lose
what
it.
it is.
never lose it. And that's
We're like the type of people like somebody's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, yo, why the fuck are you talking to me? Do I even know you? They're like, no, I'm just being friendly. Like you're just like, yo, what's up with this person?
well,
That shit's mad funny.
you'll yeah, I think you'll find LA hilarious then.
That's funny.
So how can people find you, listen to your music, all that jazz? It's social media.
Two Jeebs on everything. TWO.
All lowercase.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you type it in, it's going to make it all
No, I
lowercase
know,
anyway.
but you have
But
all
if you write my fucking name to all the people, if you write in my name and you texting your friends about my shit, make sure that shit's all lowercase, or I'll come fucking find you like Vecna from Stranger Things season 4.
And also one word.
Yeah, all one word. Don't space that shit out either. You get slapped up.
Okay, so 2geebs on everything. SoundCloud,
On
your
everything.
favorite platform.
Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, the greatest platform ever. Fuck those guys.
Anything else you want to share with us?
Yo, go on my YouTube and watch my music videos.
2geebs, right?
Anything with you? Yeah, 2geebs on that too. I only got like 4 music videos. I got like 70 tattoos. People don't really see them because I'm always
They're all on your
covered and
face.
shit.
Now it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you wouldn't even know me if you saw me, even if I had the mask on. You a tatted freak, dude. Yo, ask the people if they've seen Stranger Things season 4, how they feel about it. Y'all can DM me in any of my inboxes on social media. You guys want to chat about Stranger Things season 4? I'm always open to talk about the MCU or wrestling, rap music, obviously. You know, or if you just want to tell me you fuck with my shit, slide in the DM. That's about it.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you, 2geebs, for your time.
This has been fun. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, likewise.
You're listening to the Tastemakers
with Zbrah and Jeebs
on Dash Radio.
If you could give me a call back, I'd appreciate it.
Niggas exchanging, bitches is acting funny. I'm more content with rainy days now than when it's sunny. What is becoming my only concern is money. I don't respond to texts, I really think shit is funny. Same dirty Vans on my feet, I'm looking bummy, but I'm better off in life when niggas want nothing from me. Niggas out at parties, me, I'd rather sit alone and I can die alone, cause it's already like I live alone. I want no smoke, but it's nothing to go and get the chrome.